This is a village where you wouldn't dare to live even if you were given $100 million, because there is a terrifying custom here. Once an elderly person reaches the age of 72, regardless of whether they are sick or not, they are pushed off a cliff by their children and forced to jump to their deaths. If they die immediately upon impact, the onlookers cheer and celebrate. However, if the elderly person survives the fall and is still breathing, the crowd will mock them with contempt, believing that their survival is a disrespect to their ancestors. Then, the dutiful children will pick up a hammer and rush forward to kill the elderly person, ensuring their death. They do this because the village divides life into 4 stages. Before 18 is spring, 18 to 36 is midsummer, 36 to 54 is autumn, and 54 to 72 is winter. 54 to 72 is winter. They believe that winter gives way to spring, and that the elderly have fulfilled their lives by the age of 72, so they must die at that age. The name of each deceased elder is then given to a newborn, and in their eyes, this is the cycle of life and death. Additionally, the village has long practiced a tradition of arranged marriages. Initially, the villagers refused to marry outsiders to maintain their noble bloodline, but soon, the entire village became inbred, leading to newborn infants being either physically deformed or intellectually disabled. Out of necessity, they had to marry outsiders. However, nearby villagers were not foolish. Once they learned of their practices, they refused to come to this eerie village. Thus, they could only deceive outsiders into returning to the village. However, their selection criteria were strict, and not everyone was deceived. There were 2 main conditions. First, the person had to be attractive and intelligent, and second, they had to have low psychological resilience. This was because such individuals were easier to control and could help maintain the village's superior genetic pool. Who fit these criteria? University students, of course. Therefore, they frequently sent young people abroad for further education, devising ways to lure their classmates back to the village. The man named Jack before them was the mastermind behind this scheme. He claimed his vacation was too boring and wanted to lure his 4 university classmates back to his village. After a long flight, they finally arrived at the village, where they encountered Jack's fellow villagers, who had also lured a couple there. Upon seeing Lucy and her group, they enthusiastically handed them a packet of local herbal powder. The group, unaware of the situation, drank it, but soon, Lucy was horrified to discover that the grass on the ground was piercing through her palms and swaying in the wind. Clearly, the powder was taking effect.